This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for y'all. I just want to let y'all know that I'm going to be doing a completely different spread this time. I call this the end of the year spread, where we're going to look at the past energy, meaning how this year played out for all of us, what lessons that we obtained, how those lessons will be able to help us in the current month, and how this will spill over to the new year. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get into this, but before I do, I just want to let you know I'm having a 40% off all reading sale, okay? So if you guys want to get your end of the year readings done, go ahead and click the description box below, and my email address. My URL for my website is down below. Also, I just want to let y'all know I'm a part of Instant Go now, okay? So I'm only a text and a phone call away, and only a download away, okay? So go ahead and download the app. My username is Venus Archangel. It's in the description box below, and you can contact me there. Last but not least, I'm having a live stream with Aquarian Insight. So join me on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That way you guys can hang out with us. We're going to talk about a lot of things, okay? And we're going to have just a ton of fun. So it would be awesome to have y'all there. So please join me. Now, with all that said, let's go ahead and get started with this reading, though, because y'all got a lot of stuff going on, okay? All right. So the underlying energy for y'all is the devil, okay? This year has been about integrity, hasn't it? It's been about what you're willing to take and what you're not willing to take. Feeling stuck in a situation or feeling like you just kind of have to go with the flow. You've discovered a lot of toxic relationships this year as well. And considering that you guys have been going through it this year, along with Sagittarius, y'all, look, it's been rough. Taurus rising over here, it's been rough. Okay, so I get you. But ultimately, guys, I think this whole year was about integrity. It was about building your boundaries, and it was about what relationships work for you and what relationships don't, okay? And what we have underneath here is the Seven of Swords. I think what we also worked on this year was hesitation and not necessarily working on the right stuff, if that makes sense. I think we were maybe avoiding issues a lot more this year than we normally would have. We're not really seeing situations as clearly as we needed them to be because we really truly didn't want them to be that clear. So there was a lot of evasion, a lot of deception and lies, but we're not really lying in the sense that it's malicious, because lies are there to protect us sometimes, or to really keep up the fantasy that we're wanting. I don't think it's necessarily always a bad thing. I don't think lying is a good practice, no, but we do lie to ourselves sometimes. And I think it's okay to accept that we did it and be able to move on from there. Because, hey, I lied to myself throughout this entire year myself. Like, hey, like, this is fine, this is worth it, this is not worth it. I never did the this is not worth it part till October. So really, and this was for a variety of things, my work, and my relationships is a totally different game. Like, it wasn't necessarily about what wasn't worth it. It was more of like, what do I need in my relationship to be okay, to be safe, to feel comfortable. So there was a lot of finding that comfortable stuff, and I think that's why the Ten of Pentacles is underneath there, because we were also trying to figure out what made us comfortable. And sometimes we'd have to be, very clever about how we did it, how we really came about doing it, but we also had to stop, hiding away from the truth and take the risk that we were not comfortable making. All right, so Taurus, y'all had a lot of stuff to deal with this month. Okay, this year, excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the rest of this reading. The first card for the beginning of the year, you guys had the Page of Cups. So yeah, I think some things kicked off romantically. Y'all were having a lot of communication back and forth with people, and I think you were honestly looking to start something, some small, romantic connections. Yeah. Three of Cups. I think some of you guys were trying to build a network of support. Okay? Friends, people that you feel a connection with that can really, they all feel the same way, right? But it's like kind of like the Three of Cups. Sorry, the Two of Cups. But the thing with the Two of Cups, the two people coming together, and it's platonic and romantic. It can be either one. The Three of Cups really is just like a support celebration. I think there was a lot of getting together with folks. Really, let me see what else. Hanging out with friends. Okay, yeah, Three of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay, Three of Pentacles. A lot of, I think recognizing that there's a future to build right here with these people. Okay, so there were a lot of people that you were meeting, a lot of those relationships that you were interacted with, things in the beginning of the year. They were steps towards the future, what you wanted, and that support was going to take you there. Okay, so there was a lot of communication in the sense of emotional, emotions, and just kind of, I think even being romantic. I'm just going to say that. Now, how this kind of, translated with you looking at all the stuff, communicating with people, gaining that support, recognizing that there is a future to build and doing so. That there's recognizing that there's a path ahead, right? Okay, this is planning for the future. How do you plan for the future if you don't see it coming, right? That's all what it is. You're planning for the future. You were planning for the future anyway. And you were communicating with a lot of people. And, emotionally, I think your heartstrings was out this year. Okay, especially in the beginning of it. And how it's kind of spilled over to the half of the year. The second third of the year, you guys had the Six of Pentacles. There was a lot of get rights the whole way through. I think it was for a lot of you guys are struggling with the balance. And I'm not necessarily saying you guys were doing it with a problem in regards to keeping the balance, because no. Shoot, sometimes you can give and then not receive, okay? I find that's a lot of the case with my clients. So hey, I think a lot of you guys were struggling with trying to get a proper balance in your life. I think you guys are giving a lot more than you're receiving, and you're trying to figure out what works and what didn't work. How are you going to, withstand your boundaries and get what you need and still maintain the relationship that you want, okay? Happily. And I think there was a lot of balance struggle. You were having a hard time with the give and take. Give and take. You needed something to show you that you were in the right direction, right? You need that balance, okay? And I don't know if that was even received or not, especially with how the last card is the Ten of Swords, okay? But I think there was a time where there was a need for balance, or you were trying to gain that balance. What else can we get with the Six of Pentacles? Okay, not to mention y'all have 4 6s in here. You mind telling me what the hell's going on? If we're not counting the Devil, which is 15, which is another 6. Y'all, crazy. Yeah, this is balancing new love. Yeah. So I think you guys are trying to gain a balance in your life with new love. Really work. I think you guys are, really trying to work on what worked for you, what worked for your partner, and how to maintain the balance within yourself, and then for the relationship, because you come first, right? You always come first. You should always come first. Codependency is a difficult thing, and I think also that's why the Devil's underneath is the underlying energy here, because I think there was a bit of codependency here. You were doing more, or somebody was doing more in the relationship, and they were not giving. That we're not giving back. That balance was not there. That's what the Devil is another thing about. Not just integrity, but codependency. So big time, y'all. Y'all could have been having some issues with codependent stuff. Y'all were probably feeling trapped. This is just how your relationships always are, and this is normal. And I think you guys are recognizing that that's not the norm for you anymore. That's not how it's going to be. With the North Node going into Leo this year, and then that eclipse, I think there's a lot of things that just kind of clicked into place. September was crazy. September was fast. September was just whoa, a blur to me, honestly, because I don't honestly remember that. But with the Six of Pentacles there and the Ace of Cups, I think you were recognizing the balance that you needed around that time. And that's what led you to the Ten of Swords, ready, just kind of cutting things off, just really completely ending something, or just severing not severing a connection, but severing the end of a cycle, okay? Now, this is brutal, okay? That's why I'm saying this year was not easy for y'all, because you guys at the Ten of Swords, and you still ain't at the end of the year yet. Okay, we're at December, and you guys had to do some hard truthing, and unfortunately, a lot of you guys got hurt in the process. A lot of other people got hurt in the process, and I think at the end of the day, the only thing that we can really do is really work off of what we learned from what we experienced. Pain unfortunately is a teacher and all in its own, not one that we enjoy and not one that we want. Okay, and I think Jupiter going into Scorpio was just that. It started us off with a big bang. Okay, Jupiter leaving Libra was even huge. Okay, but yeah, okay. And the cards that you guys have additional for that, you guys have the, I don't read reverse, so sorry y'all. You have the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands for the Ten of Swords. So, y'all, yeah, I think you guys, I think you guys were in a relationship with probably a King of Pentacles, meaning a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Like I was going to start doing, and I mentioned this in Leo, I'm going to start reading the Kings as you guys, as far as the fixed signs go, because Kings are fixed signs. And something tells me that the King of Pentacles is really you guys creating and mastering your boundaries, really trying to get there to the point where, get to the point where you've totally mastered it. And I think you have at this point, and that's why the Ten of Swords is so harsh. You built your abundance and you're creating stability for yourself if it's not complete abundance. You guys possibly even ended something with somebody that focused on work a lot more and was not really emotionally available for you. Because the King of Pentacles, he provides with money, or he provides with material things. He wants to provide for his family, and that's how he gives off love. That's why he's so generous, because he works so hard to give it to you in the first place. So I think there's a lot of messages coming in here. So like it's just you guys feeling more grounded within yourself, putting your foot down, saying, "Look, this is me now. I can't really do what you need me to be doing." You guys could have been focusing more on work. It could have been something that was in regards to you in your career lives, right? That was just like, hey, maybe this was an ending of some sort of period where things were just not working out. The balance wasn't there, and it finally clicked. But the way it clicked was pretty dang on painful. Okay. You guys got out of this really tired, too. I think you were at the last straw. Because, when I see the Nine of Wands, it's the last straw before the Ten of Swords. Ten of Wands, excuse me. So, I think you guys were on your last leg, and you guys were just trying to figure, I don't know. I don't really see this card as mostly doubt. I think it's determination beyond most things. But I feel like at the end of the day, you are ready to give up and go home. And I think, honestly, you were exhausted by the time the Ten of Swords happened, but honestly, I think like, geez, it's just rough. It's just really rough. Okay, I think there were some things that you just did, like throughout this entire year. It's pretty much working on your balance, working on your boundaries, working on what works for you. And if this relationship with a King of Pentacles, or even with with regards to yourself, with somebody that was focusing a lot on money, like that kind of thing. I don't know if this is necessarily something that you were truly wanting, and I think that's why it ended in the Ten of Swords. Okay. Now, how do these lessons translate and kind of help you with December, the end of this year, right? Okay, because the first three we were just looking at how the year kind of played out. The first three cards, okay, how it played out, what lessons we learned, and how can this help us in the future. Well, for December, y'all have the Lovers. So, I don't know if you guys ended a relationship. That's why I just kind of was holding off on that. I didn't say anything about, ooh, y'all broke up. Y'all was like, no. I think you guys ended something big time, though. I think something ended brutally. That's what I'm saying. Like, there was no win-win with the Ten of Swords. That's a loss. And when you lose something, especially something so detrimental like the Ten of Swords shows, it can be heartbreaking. But now you guys have the Lovers here. The Lovers. Okay, which is another 6. Okay, let me just go ahead and count the 6s so far. And then 2, guys, I don't know if y'all noticed, but y'all have the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Then you have the Devil, which is 6. So like a 1. Counting, I'm not gonna count the actual 3s. Actually, that's a special number on its own. Then you got so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, that is a lot of 6s. And then the devil, I mean, I would still call that a 6 since that's 15. But, you know, ultimately, what exact 4s you have are 4. Y'all, 4 is about stability. 4s are... What are 4s? Sorry, I'm just kind of getting the information here. 4s are like talking about endings. Or stability, mostly. It's not necessarily ending per se, but it's the ending of a cycle where you're having to struggle so much. And you know, how like in the beginning you're kind of gathering things up to make yourself stable? It's kind of like the tarot. If you get to a certain block in your life, you know, where you can kind of like really start to branch out and do more stuff. Because after the 4, you jump straight, you know, you gotta jump straight to the 8. Like, that's 4 steps, okay? That's another 4 steps. And then even then, you're not going to settle at the 4th step. You're going to actually settle at the 10th step. So in actuality, when you get to the 4, you got to literally jump 6 steps after that. Okay, because the 8 is progress. It's about it's progress. It's progression. So you don't really stop there. You don't really there's no rest, but you are at your foundation when you're building your process. When it comes to I feel like that's what happens when it comes to the 8. So, I mean, that's what I'm getting here. But ultimately, guys, the 6s are about relationships too. 6s are big. Okay, they're talking about this. That's this whole year was talking about relationships. Obviously, with the devil, right? So your whole year kind of came out to show you something about your relationships, to really build something fundamentally within you, foundationally within you. That's why you got all these 4. That's why you got 4 6s. Because you have to have a boundary, or you have to have you have to have a stable platform to build off of when it comes to relationships. And I think that's why this whole year has been crazy. Okay, now again, how the past year with building your balance, building your integrity, and figuring out what is necessary in regards to relationships for you and for the relationship. Y'all have the Lovers, like I was saying. So this is. Again, another 6, which is 5 is change. 5, 6 is 5s are changes, and then this 6 here is just about choices and love. This is why 6s are relationships. If you don't feel me, so I feel like right here in the beginning of December, you'll have a connection with someone, and I think it's very blatant. I think it's very. This connection, this connection is very different, though. It's a loving relationship or a loving connection, and I think you guys have to make a decision about what you guys are planning to do forward, and what, it's because obviously the Lovers is the choice card, right? It's deciding between your head and your heart. So there is a soulmate connection. I think honestly, this whole entire year, if you guys were in a monogamous relationship, some of you guys, this was a relationship that you're recognizing now as a soulmate relationship, because you've gone through so much turmoil, you've gone through so much pain, you've gone through so much growth with this person, because soulmates are meant to help you grow. And I think you're recognizing that you had done the same thing, because when the Lover comes up, that's what happens. I think you provided growth for the other person as well, but ultimately, what does this mean for you? Okay? What does this mean for you? That means you. Now, the 2 cards I got for the Lovers, y'all, is the Lovers and the 9 of Cups. Actually, I got the 9 of Cups first, then the Lovers, okay? So, this is talking about wish fulfillment, okay? I think you understand, and you appreciate the connection. I don't know necessarily if you have it, because the 9 of Cups is only emotional fulfillment, okay? Like, you feel like, because that's how we manifest. We manifest by feeling, sending out the proper vibration, right? The right vibration of what you're wanting to get back to you. Like, if you want something, you can't manifest it with want in your heart. You got to manifest love. You have to have love in your heart to manifest love. So when this card comes up, when the 9 of Cups comes up, you guys are manifesting something that's beautiful. I think you guys are trying to manifest a relationship right now. But your pure love for this person, your pure love in this connection, even though you guys probably are ending the year just focusing on money and stuff like that, I think you guys are using this kind of connection to bring love back into your life, to really make the relationship that you have with someone else very strong. Okay? And now, I think that's what taught you something also within this whole year, is how important the connection is between two people is, and the fundamental facts about someone else. I think ultimately, you guys, like, whatever happened this year, you still love this person despite how exhausted you are and how badly you've probably been burned this year as well with the 10 swords. But ultimately, guys, I think really that this emotional, you built something emotional with this person, because the King of Pentacles, they feel deeply, they really do. They just don't show it. They put their, when they feel stuff, they go straight to work. They're like, no, fuck it, I don't want to do that. I don't want to think about love. I mean, they don't. Well, actually, no, that's not right. What they do is they see the love, they know the love, they feel it, and they work hard to prove, to show their love, that they love them by material things. So, I think you guys are feeling a deep connection with this person. Ultimately, with the Six of Pentacles, there's a lot of sixes here. This is a very soulmate-y relationship. You got the Devil there and the Lovers twice, y'all. This is definitely. Half of December, y'all have the Six of Wands. Okay. Now, the Six of Wands is talking about moving on, leaving behind what doesn't work, to find calmer waters, right? Or to travel to a place that really can begin the start of of prosperity. Okay. So the Six of Swords, y'all. I think by the end of this, I don't know if I think you guys are going to be traveling by the end of the month, or for some of you guys could be literally, like figuratively traveling, meaning you guys are, going about, leaving behind something that wasn't working, leaving behind a past that was kind of keeping you down. I'm not saying that anything's keeping you down or anything now, but you're recognizing the situation is no longer serving you, and you're taking the next steps to get to a place where you feel comfortable, like ultimately comfortable. And I think the comfortableness is actually your independence, your confidence is what is building. I think the connection is what's gonna bring you that love and really get you that manifestation. Get you the manifestations you need. You need to be in a place where you feel good for yourself. It don't matter what anybody else thinks, okay, y'all? It does not matter what anybody else thinks. It really just speaks volumes when you feel good about yourself. Like attracts like. If you're confident, you're gonna attract a lot of people. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed, guys? Because I want to show you something. And I know people say that all the time and stuff, like, oh, if you gotta be confident, you gotta be confident. It's hard to be confident, but with this whole process this year is to build your confidence. The King of Pentacles is the most confident mofo ever. Okay, so this whole process is gonna help. This whole process this year was to show you that you have the strength to take on difficult situations and be able to stand up for yourself. So I want to ask you something, y'all, and leave in this description box below. Have you noticed that when you get into a relationship with somebody, if you're coupled, right? You go out to the store by yourself, right? No man, no woman, nobody. Okay, you don't have your partner with you, and you're just walking in the store. You just mind your own damn business, okay? And then somebody comes up to you, right? And they're like, "What's up?" Like they're trying to hit on you. They're trying to get your number. Have you had that happen to you before? Have you ever had someone actively flirting with you? It's because you are confident and comfortable in your relationship, and it comes out. That's what confidence is. Now, the thing here with this whole thing is asking you, why do you feel like you need to be confident? Why do you feel like why do you feel like the only way for you to be confident is in a relationship? I'm recognizing this stuff too. Taurus rising, okay? So this is crazy. Now, how does this all spill over to the next year, right? Because at the end of December, you're moving on to better waters, but waters that make you feel more safe, make you feel more secure and independent and confident in yourself. You're definitely going to be in your element and surrounded by your abundance, but you stepping away or moving away from a situation. Now, this doesn't mean a formal relationship. You guys can still be in a relationship, but I think if you guys are in a relationship, you're going to take that relationship with you, but you're going to leave behind the shit that didn't work. Okay, so how does this look like? How does this translate, or how is this going to pass through to the future? have to go with instinct and trust your your intuition big time. This next year is gonna be looking crazy. Shoot, supposedly this was just a grace year. Okay, the next few years is supposed to be crazy, astrologically. But can't remember specifics. But I mean, I'll get back with y'all. But the High Priestess. Look at that, the Wheel of Fortune underneath the cards. What? So you're gonna be following your instincts. It's really not telling me what's going on in the first part, but I think you're gonna have to literally be, be mindful, but also trust your intuition. Trust it. I think it's going to be the first half, like May to April. You're going to have issues with trusting yourself. 6 of Cups. You're going to have issues with trusting yourself. But this is all about, it's going to show you something. It's going to test your trust. Because you moving away and being independent, how are you going to be independent if you don't trust yourself? So you have to rely on your intuition. You have to rely on your strength of listening to your, to your guides, to your spirit, to God, to Jesus, whoever speaks to you. You have to be able to listen, to be able to, follow. And also trust your heart. Trust your intuition, man. Just trust your instincts big time. So that the new year is just definitely telling you that the beginning of that's going to be intuitive. Now somebody might new love, maybe somebody's gonna be loved up, possibly, because this is the King of Cups now. This could be you, Taurus. Okay, y'all could be in love. Y'all could be in love in the middle of next year. Just saying. You guys could be definitely, since the High Priestess is coming up as the first part too. For some of y'all that are not really into the love game, I think honestly this is interesting. For some of you guys, this could be building your psychic abilities, building your intuition. I think you're in the process of mastering your emotions as well. But I think honestly, like I was explaining with the King of Pentacles, he feels stuff and he puts it in his work. Whatever he feels, it goes into his work. King of Cups, he just holds it in. I think there's going to be a lot of emotional expression that needs to come out. If it hasn't, if there wasn't any this year, there needs to definitely be some emotional expression. Now this could be you guys having to be more emotionally open, obviously with the High Priestess in the beginning. And I think you guys will be emotionally open, but I think you have to learn how to master it, where it's not too overwhelming for you guys. And also at the same time, this could be new love coming in. You guys could be loved up, but ultimately I think that this is talking about you expressing yourself in a way that can release your emotional stuff. Okay, this could be someone else that's coming in that's a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer by May, August time. Okay, so the cards that you have for that, though, I just want to pull a couple. Y'all have the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. So that's talking about work, diligent practice, and really making up your mind and just being able to decipher from what is real and what isn't. So I think you guys are going to be loved up, and I think you guys are going to be kind of dealing with a situation where there's a lot of fantasy. Because it makes sense with the King of Cups there. There's going to be a lot of nice things, a lot of cool stuff happening. But at the same time, you got to make sure whatever is in front of you is concrete and worth your time. Because somebody could be coming up in here and wasting your time completely. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of working on decision making and figuring out exactly what you need to do and how far do you need to look into from the surface inward to get you going. Okay? And lastly, for September to December, y'all have the 6 of Wands. So your efforts is going to show to be really, really successful. I think you're going to put a lot of, good energy into your life. And I think through the duration of this year, you guys are going to come out victorious. The hard work that you put in, trusting your intuition, trusting the love and the connection you have with somebody, that's going to be pretty on point. Okay, and I think that's pretty much, recognizing the work that you've done and being able to carry out, the next year with something awesome to 2019. Who knows? Now, the thing is, for concrete, y'all, the future is never going to be concrete because you're going to do things that are different. And you should try to do something different if you don't like the outcome. I get it, if your path isn't to messing around with this crap. I mean, I have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is something major arcana. Something's going to be involving your trusting. I don't know if that's going to be avoided or not, but whatever. But everything else, though, your future is in your hands. You write your own story. You write your own book. I said this with Leo. You write your own story. It don't have to ever be the way you don't want to be it, because that's what the blessing and the wonderfulness of the future. You could look at it and say, nah, that's not for me, and keep going. Okay? So just remember that. Don't ever think that the future is concrete. Now, to wrap things up, y'all have let go of control issues, okay? So this says allow the situation to unfold naturally. So, I think, guys, I think it's talking about observation, really. Because the let go of control issues, I think, I don't know. When I see this card, I'm sensing more of, like, don't be so wrapped up in your head. Don't be trying to control the situation so much that you don't see something as clearly as it should be. Okay, because that's why the Ten of Swords is there as the last card of the of the end of the year. Of what the lessons were at the end of the year. You had to stop and see things clearly because it was just like that. All right, because it was detrimental. I think that was the proper time to really just be like, okay, this is what it is. This is how it is. And you have to forgive yourself and forgive the situation. Begin the healing process. Okay, that's what Ten of Swords is all about. And you have to let go of control issues to do that. So you have to just accept and understand the situation and understand yourself and forgive yourself and forgive the person that wronged you. Forgive all of them. Okay, by acceptance, understanding that there's really nothing you can do because it's in the past, but you could change your future. That is why I was talking about the future so much. You change your future. You don't ever have to feel like the future is just this. Okay, so letting go of control issues, I think, honestly, it's talking about seeing, don't be so tight that you don't see what's going on. I think that's what the whole lesson this year was. Because you were recognizing the balance was like, oh. And I think you guys were just constantly kind of keeping it up, doing whatever you do, and just completely ignoring the other side. And that's what caused you guys having to look at the whole balance thing. So that requires you to let go of the control issue. Okay, I don't think honestly you guys are controlling here. I think there just needed to be like a relaxation, so that way you can see, kind of Tai Chi that thing. Okay, now for your whispers of love, you guys have to get to know each other. Okay, and look at that. I don't know if y'all can see, but this is 44. So it says learning to meet each other's needs for love is important. Learning to meet each other's needs for love is important for a relationship to grow. Two of Pentacles, the Devil. Okay, the Lovers as well. Okay, guys. So yeah, I think this whole year was just basically show you that getting to know each other is important, so that way you guys can really begin the balancing process that works for you. But ultimately, you're not getting to know the other person for the other person. I mean, you're getting to know the person for yourself, never for the other person. Like, if you want to buy them gifts, that's nice to remember and give them a gift and stuff. Like, that's cool. But ultimately, you're not doing that for them. You're trying to find out if this person is worth settling down with for you. So, hey, this whole year was pretty much practically that. Figuring out what's up. And then you have all that glitter. Now, this looks a lot like the Seven of Cups that's in the future here. Okay, there's all that glitters. I think this is it goes with the let go of control issues. I feel like don't be so tight and just so stuck on the wonderfulness of the relationship or the connection that you get duped. Okay, always look beyond. That's why get to know each other actually works well with this as well. Get to know each other. Go beyond the looks. Go beyond the connection. Because unfortunately, love for some of us is just not enough. And I'm thinking that this whole year for some of you guys, love is just not enough. You guys love the person. I think you guys still do have love in your heart for this person. Obviously, with the Lovers coming up twice in here, okay? But that's not enough. Obviously, the balance was not there. There was no balance. So you have to go beyond. You have to look beyond. And I think you guys did. And you guys are learning, looking beyond and getting to know people and letting go of control issues. You don't have to worry about giving too much, or you don't have, don't give too little either. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a good balance for you and within the person and within the relationship. The person has to provide their other side. You have your stuff that you have to work on is you in the relationship. That's it. The other person is another game. That's their stuff. Don't dabble into the devil, okay? Because that's how codependency starts. They let them do their thing. Let them do their thing. You stick with yours. You're half of the relationship. They have to handle that other stuff. It is. And if the balance is messed up, then you're having to carry more of the weight of the relationship. It's up to you whether you want to continue that or not. So but the way to do that is see how they are is getting to know each other. All right, y'all. I'm gonna stop rambling. What a crazy year, guys. What a crazy year. Leo, North Node, the eclipse in Leo. Oh, man. And then that, I think there was I can't remember if there was stellium. I think there was a stellium in Leo as well. I think with Mercury retrograding back to Leo. Oh, no, to Virgo. Yeah, it was in Leo. Like Venus and Saturn. No, Venus and Mars were all in Leo, I think sometime in the beginning of September. It was crazy. But, man, life is crazy. I hope this reading helped y'all. Let me know in the comment section if you guys like this too, because I think I'll do this again next year. I'm gonna do more readings. I'm gonna do a 12 month spread for y'all. For this month, I'm gonna just go crazy. Just kind of thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys got something out of it. Ultimately, guys, and don't forget to take advantage of the 40% off sale. Join me on my stream at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. Aquarian Insight, please hang out. All right, y'all. Good luck with this connection that y'all have, the soulmate connection, and I hope your transition to a better place in yourself is awesome. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.